made me want to do your New Year's dance.
Oh, swivel it. It's called a swivel. Yes, but you got to really push your pelvis out. Yes. It's like the Lisa Simpson, I think it's called.
Oh.
Because you know that, yeah. Oh, I did that at 222 once. I got a video of that like that. Good morning, everybody. Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. We are here. We are live. We are in charge. We are in the building here at Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. We are in this place from Monday through Friday from
9 a.m. to 11 a.m.
I just want you to stop striggling the.
Calm down.
You got to be discreet. You got to open it a little bit. Stop. Look around. Is anybody hearing me? What is it that you have there?
You don't want it.
Just tell me.
It's a multi-grain bagel.
With?
Chicky biscuit.
With I wish it
Eggy
was.
chibiki. Eggy chibiki.
So I ordered strawberry cream cheese because I like that. That's a nice dessert. Dessert breakfast. They didn't have that.
Oh.
So I had to get plain cream cheese, and then I asked them for jelly, and I just pulled this out, and I was like, "They gave me ketchup."
Oh.
But it's not. It's Heinz strawberry jam.
What the hell is that?
It's strawberry jam made by Heinz Company. I didn't know Heinz.
I didn't know Heinz
anything
made, but ketchup.
But ketchup
And mustard.
and mayo must.
Mayo
Ooh,
must.
If you're a mayonnaise lover, if you like mayonnaise and mustard, you gotta try the mayo must. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
They got so many kind of different mayos now.
I know, because they have
Mayo and ketchup.
they have the mayo ketchup, which I don't believe in because I don't like that color. It's unnatural. And then they have the mayo must, and then they have a whole bunch of different ones. But the mayo must is really the one but it's so expensive. It's like $8.99. I don't want to pay that. Anyhow,
So
it's my breakfast.
I'm gonna yuck your yum
Go ahead.
because that's all I know. Mayo mustard sounds stupid.
Oh, if you're a
If you're a
condiment aficionado,
condiment connoisseur.
like myself, because I like the creamy stuff. So yeah,
You like cream.
I love cream. That cream looks good.
Cream.
So that's my thing, but it's really really good. But yeah, so this is what I have. So I'm gonna try to make a strawberry cream cheese by mixing these two things together.
Okay. I see what you're doing there.
Everybody's so creative.
Everybody's so creative.
That's what I'm trying to do. On a good multi-grain bagel, got lots of fiber,
Help you poop.
nuts and grains in it. It's
Yes,
great.
sir. So quick check-in. How you doing, honey?
I'm doing
Besides
good.
your bagel.
I'm doing pretty good. I'm all right.
You hanging in there? You living a good life? Just holding on by the grace of God.
Hallelujah.
Hello.
The New Year's is New Year's in. I'm trying my best to change some things, and some things you got to change on their own. But
Yeah.
everything's good. Trying to do the thing. I'm hitting my goal little by little, and I feel good about that.
I'm feeling good.
So last night I had a delicious dinner. Saucy made burgers. They were delicious.
Delish.
They were delicious. I love it. Homemade burger is really just a really, really good thing. And you try to get that flavor when you go to other places. Like, Five Guys might have it a little bit, but it's not really the same. When you make a burger at home, I don't know. It's just different.
Mama burgers.
Cause you get to smush it around.
Mama
Like you get to You know what I'm saying? You get to like really kind of put your own little salt and your own little pepper.
Yeah.
And your own little mayo mustard. You make it yourself with care.
Yeah, and then we had the nice Munster cheese on those burgers last night. Munster cheese has such a good melt. Like, I love Munster cheese. I should put another slice on my burger. But anyways, it was so good last night. And then I went home and, I got into Suits. I really like that show, and I'm really glad that I'm watching it. It's a good show. So that's that.
Suits?
Suits.
Yeah. Where are you now?
Season 3.
Oh, I'm at 2-9.
Oh, I'm at 3-8.
Oh, wow, you're going so quickly. I gotta catch up. I gotta watch it. I'm gonna go home right now and watch it.
Just as fast as you was driving that little video I posted. Yo, that is the funnest thing for me. If you guys have a chance, go and look at my post from Saturday when Sauce and I went out to eat. I have a little video of her speeding over to my house, and you should see her jetting down the street.
Friggin' stalkers. First of all, did Tristan remove his location?
Tristan, did you remove your location from...
No.
Oh. Shit.
Let me see.
Because I gotta know where you are at all
me
time.
see.
Quick, how about you, Tristan? How was your evening?
I was good, chilled and worked on some things, that's it.
Okay. Everybody's been, I think the new year, everybody's been taking it really kind of slowly.
Been focused.
Yeah, nobody's really doing the most. Everybody's really kind of just vibing in their own place. We have a great show for you guys today. We have the lovely people from the city of Boston. This year, Boston will be holding its first inaugural summit. And we'll tell you guys more about that. We have Natalia Benitez Perez and Anais Ramos that will be coming in and talking to us about this really dope event that the city of Boston is having. So if you guys want to go, make sure you tune in. And then later on, we'll get into the entertainment. The dance hall girlies are fighting.
Man,
they are fighting, and we're gonna get right in the middle of that.
I was invested in that last night. I was like, wow.
This morning, I woke up and I got caught up. I was like, "Oh, we is fighting out here. They are busting shots, and now everybody's divided. Lick shots. How me love to my." Anyhow, I had a really great evening yesterday as well. 'Cause I didn't do anything.
Yeah, come on.
So I sat up. I went to Kumon to sign myself up. Me too. Sign my son up for the Kumon school. Get him a little extra help in the school system.
Awesome.
And it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. So I'm really excited about him starting, and because that boy need a lot of extra help. And when you become a little bit more self-aware and accountable for things, you got to realize that sometimes you got to call in the big dogs because you can't do it yourself. I'm not a consistent homeworker. I was never one. So
You know what's so crazy though? Yesterday, I was listening to him and he was watching one of his little shows that he watches. And he knew it word for word.
Word for word. Every single word. Every
inflections
sound.
and the afflictions and all of that. And I was like, yo.
He can remember.
If you would just apply that to something else, it would be brilliant.
Yep, brilliant.
If you knew your homework, like you knew all them songs.
I told y'all when I went to the children's Christmas party, and I was hosting the Christmas party, and the DJ was playing all the music, and all of those drill songs and stuff. These babies who are like 4 to 7 years old, word for friggin' word. I was like, that's wild.
It's crazy because I don't understand any of those songs.
Me either.
I don't kids know what they're saying.
I don't know what the
And
lyrics
the kids
say.
look so cute. They look so cute dancing to the big gangster music.
Because then you're taken aback. Like, should you know this music? But look at you just rapping. You rap it, little rapper.
I was watching comedy Def Jam comedy 25th anniversary. Even though it's old, I was just watching it yesterday, and there's a scene where somebody said, I think it was Cedric the Entertainment. So somebody said, if your kid is 4 years old and know the word, can't talk but know the words to know how to do the Tootsie Roll, you get it.
I definitely knew all the words to the Tootsie Roll. I definitely
You do the
knew
dances, you out dance.
I know the dance. I don't know the word though.
Yeah, we ain't know the words. Yeah, man.
Yeah. There's a lot of news in the local news. There's things going on in the city.
The city is on fire.
The city is fired up. That's interesting. And today's supposed to be so cold. I thought it was supposed to be in the teens.
No, it's pretty nice. Is it today that it's supposed to super rain?
Yeah.
It's supposed to get the super rain.
Yeah, today and tomorrow it's supposed to be 100% chance of rain.
Starting what time?
I know, that's what I thought it would be. I thought I would wake up to it.
Let's get into it. Today, Saucy and Friends in the Morning officially starts right now here on Spark FM Online.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the Morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz. The only thing that does matter is great music, and you will find it here.
The all-new Spark FM. Call Spark FM at 617-272-3387.
I love
This beat?
I love it.
Yeah. These kind of beats are really, therapeutic. Makes you want to dance
to
and
a little
sway.
African dance class.
Yes,
We
we
should go
did.
back. I'm gonna go back.
YMCA.
Find me one.
So today is Tuesday. We're gonna get PM rain. Cloudy with rain developing later in the day. High of 39 degrees. Winds in the east-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. The chance of rain is absolutely 100%.
I'm looking forward to
It's going to rain. To be in your house, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Snuggled up on my couch with a warm blanket, fresh out the dryer.
That was me Sunday. Man, I tell you, boy, I put on my onesie and my bonnet, my matching bonnet.
Ooh.
I was cute.
You better
all day.
coordinate. Bang,
Cute.
bang, bang.
Bang, bang, bada bang. So let's get into the roundaway news. Today is Tuesday. It's approximately 9:20 a.m. Be careful on the roads. It is a little slippery and a little icy. So either walking and or driving, just, be easy, Boston. Be easy. Police, 3 dead after apparent carbon monoxide incident in Nahant. Oh, damn. Carbon dioxide might be one of the only ways that I would be willing to affirm, because you don't know.
What's affirm?
It's I would be okay with. I don't want smothering, drowning, jumping, car accident. Carbon monoxide seems like one of those accidents that there's no pain suffered. You just don't wake up.
Yeah, just sleep.
Yeah, so
Wake up dead.
Yeah, wake up dead. Nahant, Mass. An investigation is underway after the family members were found dead in a home in Nahant on Monday night.
Awful.
Terrible. Officers responding to a single-family home on Cottage Street conducted a well-being check and found 3 adults dead inside, according to the Nahant Police Department. The Nahant Fire Department said crews later discovered elevated levels of carbon monoxide inside the home. Foul play is not suspected in the deaths of the 3 family members whose names have not been released. The neighborhood residents told Boston 25 News that a woman and a man in their 70s, along with a man in their 40s, lived in the house. They also said the gas company had been to the house a few weeks ago. There's been some problems. I've seen the gas company over there a couple of weeks ago, neighbors said. Ted has a new boiler. I have a new boiler. We never have anybody over. They're in and out over there the last 3 or 4 years. Mahoney and Moletti noted that they haven't seen the families leave the home in recent days. Oh, wow. I wonder how long they had. This is also a good educational moment. If for some reason at this point in 2024, you guys don't know to have carbon monoxide detectors inside of your home, I would strongly take heed and go purchase one to now.
Right now.
Like right now. You
Order
should
it on Amazon and have it same day delivered.
Hello. You should definitely have one because you definitely need to have one.
Yeah.
No. It's not
you know what? But they're saying here that the gas company been in and out. The other day I watched a movie with Angelina Jolie.
What's it called?
Those Who Wish Me Dead. Y'all got to watch that movie because the people went in and they was pretending to be gas people. And they put the thing in the house and blew it up. So they said the gas people been in and out. What if they went there to kill?
That's what I was thinking. What if they made a mistake? Who's
Yep.
supposed to sue now?
Exactly. See, those are the things. I got to stop watching movies.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm suspicious of everything.
Mayor Wu gives update on plan to offer vacant lots to builders for affordable housing.
What?
Wu announced plans earlier this year
I don't want them to build anything else.
to make 150 vacant lots across the city available to developers that want to build affordable housing. How about we give them 100? How much did they say? 150? How about we give them 145, and then we keep 5 of them vacant for open space events?
Right.
That would be my suggestion.
I feel like Boston's gonna sink. It's so overcrowded
It
here.
is. It is.
Not gonna sink.
It is.
I know.
We ain't that overcrowded. We ain't New York and Pennsylvania.
Cambridge sank. Was it Cambridge?
What you talking about?
Remember when we had a
What you
storm
talking
the
about?
other day, and then one of them things is somewhere over there.
That was
on some-
Charlestown.
See,
If
if
Charleston
Charleston
is
could
not a
sink,
Boston, Tristan.
big facts, big facts.
Janet said Seaport gonna go.
See, so I'm back to this.
Yeah.
If all of those places, Charlestown, Seaport, gonna sink, we gonna sink. We gonna sink.
Yeah.
During her State of the City address in January, Boston Mayor Michelle.
Did I miss that?
Did I miss that?
How did I miss that?
First of all, this is article was written in May of 2023. So we're going to excavate this one,
Where did she find that?
bruh. Oh, Father. State sues Boston Housing Authority for leaving family with health problems in apartment filled with mice and mold for years, and they should not have stayed there.
No.
I would have not stayed there.
But where were they going to go?
The radiators in the apartment were filled with mice droppings. There were droppings and chewed holes in all of the furniture despite routine cleaning, and the entire family were living in fear of seeing mice, at times seeing more than 5 mice every hour. I'm going to end the story there.
You almost ended my life there, because what are you saying to me?
Because gross. I'm not seeing 5 mice in an hour. If I have to see 5 mice in an hour, I'm gonna go put me on the homeless list, because clearly I don't have a home.
I'd rather go set up a tent on Mass and Cass than just sit in the house with 5 mice per hour. Was it the same 5 mice, or there was mouse traffic? What the hell?
What if it was 3 blind mice?
Shut. Good night.
The state attorney general's office last week sued the BHA over its treatment of a family with 2 girls with asthma and developmental issues, charging the authority ignored repeated complaints for 3 years about the unsanitary conditions in their Franklin Field apartment that were so bad that the girls had to seek emergency care at a local hospital 2 to 3 times a month.
Oh, frick that doo-doo. That
Wow.
is crazy. Are you kidding me?
According to the suit, the BHA moved the woman, her mother, and the woman's 2 nieces who were living with her into a 4-bedroom Franklin Field apartment in 2016, an apartment that was already overrun by mice and other pets, as were other apartments in the development. Because every time I see them Franklin apartments, I always have adverse effects, because it just seems like, I just feel like in there especially, like I don't know, I just feel like it is mice infested.
There's plenty mice over there. Yes.
Yeah.
I had friends that used to live
It's
in
a
the project.
field right across, you know, like it's very close. The people over there are always like,
and how they keep the trash and stuff. They just
yeah,
got them
like
big-
it always. And this, Sorry, time out. What happened to the beauty supply and all of those things that are over there?
Apparently there was a flood and the roof caved in.
Okay.
And
At the beauty supply?
The beauty supply, because that whole block is
Yeah, it's shut down.
the beauty supply, the laundromat.
Was a pizza stop too?
No, there was something else, but the store on the corner that's at the end
Yeah.
is still open. But the beauty supply and the laundromat, there was a flood and the roof caved in. But it's been a year.
It's been a year. Why
I don't
can't they fix
understand
that?
why
They
they
got
haven't.
their insurance.
And I
money.
thought that they were closing indefinitely. Didn't they say they was closing indefinitely? I think the beauty supply.
I don't.
That's a great spot for a beauty supply. So
I mean, that was the beauty
Yeah.
supply. They're affiliated with the one that's down on Mass Ave and Washington Street. It's the same people, but I want to know why has it been a year and nothing has happened? And how much hair y'all got in there being ruined? And how many mice is in there?
Did you say Mass Ave and Washington Street, the abandoned building?
No.
that big tall hotel building
That
on
big
Mass Ave in
building,
Washington.
there used to be a beauty supply in there.
Yeah.
And then they moved it a couple doors down. So they're affiliated with the one who was on Mass
But
Ave.
what is happening in that space? Like
Something's
that
happening in that building.
Yeah, I've seen some movement.
Yeah, I'm not quite. I think we talked about it before. It was called something hotel, but now they're doing something with it. We read that a while ago.
So back to this story. The state said the authorities repeatedly ignored both the woman's requests and documentation from her family's doctor about the harmful impact of them being in close daily contact with mice, their droppings, their urine, and mold, which started sprouting in 2018, violates both state housing anti-discrimination law and Boston-specific fair housing law. It is seeking compensatory and punitive damage on behalf of the family. On January 2022, BHA extermination contractor removed 14 mice from the apartment and found that the bait stations in the unit had been wiped clean due to the severity of the infestation. As a result, the contractor designated 28 Ames as a high priority unit. So
14 mice at one time?
14 mice at one time they came in and caught. That's the ones that they caught, the ones that were not hiding. 14 mouse. I take out somebody's house
That the people live in?
that the people is living in. And that's nuts. That's absolutely nuts.
That makes me so sad.
Former head of New Mission School in Hyde Park to be sentenced in wire fraud case. Oh, I remember this. Remember she was paying for all of her her extravagant luxury leisures. The former head of Boston's New Mission School in Hyde Park, who pleaded guilty to wire fraud last year, will be sentenced today. In September, Nia Wilson, 60, pleaded guilty to a charge of wire fraud in connection with accusations that she misused school funds for personal expenses, including 2 vacations with her friends. Wilson acted as the head of the New Mission School from 2006 to 2019. Between September 2016 and at least May 2019, the U.S. Attorney's Office said Wilson would allegedly request checks from a school account that would sometimes be issued in the name of others. The U.S. Attorney's Office said that she would then fraudulently endorse those checks to herself before depositing them into her own bank account without the nominee ever knowing or authorizing her to do so. And here is the clip.
It's very short, very brief.
In a wire fraud case, in September, Nia Wilson pleaded guilty to misusing nearly $40,000 in school funds. Prosecutors say she used that money for personal expenses like Caribbean vacations with her friends. She was the head of the New Mission School in Hyde Park from 2006 to 2019.
You know,
She's 60?
yeah.
Black don't crack.
Barbados is a really nice place to go to with your friends.
Child, listen to me. Let me tell you something.
know?
If I ever come across a check that might... Guess who in Barbados? The morning show is going to be live from Barbados. When I come back, listen, when I come back, if they send me to jail...
I'm gonna stay in Barbados.
Barbados got any extradition law? Let me find out because listen,
Boy, I tell you, no, but that lady looks really nice. I don't think she meant it. Y'all gotta leave her alone.
You don't think
Naya
she
alone.
mean, what she mean to do?
She mean what had happened was she's got family in Barbados and somebody was sick.
yeah.
So she went there to take care of her loved ones, and she was like, "I
And
need
she
more
meant to
help,
put it
so
back.
I need 2 of my friends to go with me."
Yes.
So then the second time they had to do it, she was like, "Oh, the same friends that I went last time, I don't want to burden them, so I'll take 2 other friends."
Yes.
And that's what happened, Tristan.
Yeah.
And she's innocent.
She was just trying to find a PCA for she time tea.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes. That's it.
I
I
believe,
believe it. I believe it.
I let her go. Put me on that jury.
Put me on the jury. We got to stop using the mail slots, people.
Oh no.
It's nice. Wanda said, "Isn't that what Ayana Bean did?"
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it seems to be a pretty popular crime.
Yeah, because if you get a check that nobody knows that they're supposed to get, and I just happen to deposit it, you're not really missing it.
Yeah, we talked about somebody else who did that recently too. We were talking about that. That's a pretty popular thing
What?
to
It's a
do.
white collar crime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's innocent.
And white collar crimes happen all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stop using these mail slots. Needham police warned residents after theft. So y'all that still putting your little checks and money orders and your cash deposits to your boyfriend in the mailbox, it don't make no sense.
Sending your tax return to your boyfriend.
Okay. Sending your social security number to your baby daddy. Stop doing that. Police are pleading with residents of Needham to stop using mailboxes after a series of thefts in the towns and other Massachusetts communities. These are more than 25 collection points in Needham, and police warned Monday that residents should stop using them immediately. Like, just stop. The suspects are using keys to enter the mailboxes and steal dropped-off mail that is inside of them. Master keys for blue mailboxes, known as arrow keys, have been the target of several recent robberies of USPS employees, including a robbery in Randolph last month. I know one thing: they better not rob my mailman because I am his friend and I have his back, and he's big and tall. He's one big tall mailman. He be all over the place. I see him all
He
the
wear a
time.
hat.
He do wear a hat.
I wonder if the black man big tall.
Speaking of black big tall man, there is a police officer that is stationed on the corner of Wells Street this time.
Yeah.
That man is fine.
Yeah.
That man is a fine specimen of law and order.
Yes.
All right?
Upholds.
Man, I tell you, every time I sat there, I'd be like, let me just run into this pole real quick so he could come help
He
me.
make me want to uphold the law.
Uphold this. Yes. Master keys for blue boxes, known as arrow keys, have been the target of robberies. The department also issued a similar warning in July after officers responded to mailboxes on Great Plain Avenue following a report about someone fishing mail out of one of the boxes. You gotta be real bored to put a little hanger into the mailbox and try to get some mail. How you know what you're gonna get?
They just be going through all of them credit card offers, all them bills.
Hold
all
on.
that stuff.
I wonder if I could tell people that I sent the chick and they never got it because somebody probably stole it.
And they're gonna be like, well, cancel it and send another one.
But it buys me some time.
Buy
me some time. So if you guys, if you guys are people that are used to going to the mailboxes, please, don't go inside of the mail place. Especially, like, fine, you want to mail a 4-page letter, fine. Mm-hmm. If you want to mail a check, bills. If you got a little Christmas card, you put a little $5 that you tape on there. Shout out to Sister Johnson. That you tape on there in the card. Just put it inside of the actual mail office. Don't do it in the slot because they're going to get it.
Agreed.
Peloton enthusiast group leaves $7,000 tips for servers at North Shore.
Wow.
I'm just in the wrong business.
Yeah.
Just wrong.
How you be a Peloton
I have the
enthusiast?
story
Go
here.
ahead. Let's play that.
All right, here's the clip.
That's nice. That's nice. Black.
Exercise group continue their tradition of raising money to change the lives of those working in the service industry. The group is called the Wicked Smart Zone, like genuinely smart, SMAHT.
Yeah.
They collected $7,200 from their teammates. They went out for their annual breakfast, left their servers at Red's Kitchen and Tavern in Peabody a huge tip. The waitresses couldn't believe their eyes. Let's watch.
I will.
No, stop.
A water gas?
Stop it. No, that's ridiculous. No.
Good.
Wow.
Is it that's that one girl?
Yeah.
What?
No, but she got to split that with everybody.
That was
Because let me
great.
tell
They
you
hope
what.
that their actions encourage other people to do good and spread kindness however they can.
They're wicked smart and they're wicked generous,
Yes,
too.
for
Wicked
sure.
cool.
Well, y'all need to come over here.
Because y'all just got money that y'all giving away. Chump change our lives.
Exactly.
Yeah, I wouldn't have. That's nice and stuff. But now, ain't I, like now, if I did want to give it to just her, now I can't give it to just her because y'all can put it all over the all over the news.
Exactly.
Just-
She gotta disclose that anyways to her workplace.
Exactly, because now they gonna tax her on that, ain't they? It's
No.
almost a gift.
It's cash, but they're
can't.
gonna make her share it with like the bus boys and the dishwashers and all of that stuff. They're gonna split that whole thing amongst everybody.
I'm confused.
Say it.
The Peloton group.
So Peloton group is that group that
It's
the
a
bike
It's a group of
exercise.
people.
exercise. Yeah. So within they're
Why
enthusiasts.
they have so much money.
They're enthusiasts, so they actually raise money to help people. So they must have been raising money for a while to support those people in that restaurant, probably, which is good. I want to go somewhere where people raise money for me
I want to go
That's
someplace
what
where
we-
somebody
we-
hands me
we
$7,000.
and
We need to get
Peloton
the-
enthusiasts.
We need to get the good white story.
Yeah.
We need to get the good white story. Get the people to come and do the thing, and then we're going to put us on the news and
Yes.
let us know we're raising money.
Yes, that one. A masked man tried to lure 2 young girls into his car. Are we still doing that in 2024? Is that? I thought we were doing it on the internet.
Uncle Grandpa be learning me to stop.
Come in and
You
get some
want some candy,
candy.
little girl? Come to my van, little girl.
Come in there. What kind of candy you want? A Massachusetts man is facing felony charges after he was accused of trying to lure 2 young girls into his car outside of a Walgreens in downtown Ludlow. Where the hell is Ludlow?
I don't know where none of these places are that you've been talking about.
Michael Wilson, 35 of Ludlow, was arrested Saturday and is charged with enticement of a child under the age of 16. Ludlow. Police said that they responded to the area of 65 East Street shortly after 12:05. Responding to officers found a gray Toyota parked in an eastbound facing direction in the westbound lane of East Street, blocking that lane. Sounds like you stupid. Police said 2 women, later identified as the mothers of the 2 girls, were engaged with the driver of the Camry, later identified as Wilson, from the sidewalk. Investigators said that the 2 girls noticed Wilson watching them as they made a purchase from the Walgreens before he approached them in the parking lot. According to the police, the girls went and found their parents after Wilson tried to lure them into the car. Wilson was arrested without incident. How did he try to lure them? Like, what did he say? Did he
Yes,
say?
I need to know.
What is the? How do you lure somebody? Like, what do you say to a 15 and a 16-year-old? What do you say to them in the parking lot that would try to lure them?
Need a ride? Uncle Grandpa says candy and Wi-Fi.
Not Wi-Fi. God.
Oh, but sometimes, we need that Wi-Fi. Yeah, I think the kids are so gullible these days that you could just offer them money. Like kids would do anything for money these days.
But why would I do what? How much money would you have to offer me for me to feel lured?
Lord.
And I was watching you in the store. But maybe that's the bigger part, that he was watching them in the store and then tried to talk to them after.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he fell in love.
Fell in love.
No, I think he's nasty, and I'm glad that they arrested him, because people like that, what are you talking to them for in the first place?
Yeah.
That's gross.
Yeah.
Tufts Medical Center breaks own New England record with 61 adult heart transplants in 2023. Wow. Tufts Medical Center announced Monday that it has completed 61 adult heart transplants in 2023, breaking its own regional record and becoming the first ever center in New England to reach that benchmark in one calendar year. The new regional record eclipses Tufts Medical Center's own year-end mark of 56, set in 2016. Prior to that year, the previous New England high of 37 adult heart transplants had stood since 1991. How many of them survived?
I know. Let's see. But that Tufts does be busting out them heart transplants, though. I remember I used to work in that unit at Tufts.
Oh, yes, you did.
The heart
in the
transplant
SICU.
unit. Yep.
NICU, with the SICU. Yeah.
Yep. Surgical intensive care unit. And no, there I used to work at it was a MICU, maybe. I don't know, cardiac SICU. I don't know. Anyhow, I used to work in that unit where they did the heart transplants, and it was really, really fascinating because they used to do there were 4 a day that they used to do.
Wow.
It was a lot. And
heart transplants are a big deal.
Yeah, man.
That's a huge deal to have to get a heart transplant.
A heart transplant.
Yeah.
And then, the biggest part of that too is just kind of waiting for the hearts to come in.
Yeah.
And it was interesting.
Every heart transplant is a life-changing event for the patient and their family.
Yeah.
It means weddings and graduations attended, birthdays and anniversaries celebrated, and a chance to cherish children and grandchildren that the patient otherwise may not have lived to see. I am truly proud and honored that we have played a role in helping make so many of these memories become a reality this year. That's dope and good for them.
They did over 4,000 heart transplants across the country in 2023, which is up 11% in 2022, which is dope.
Oh, wow. Morrissey Boulevard closed both inbound and outbound yesterday, which was the 8th. Was that the 8th? Yes. So due to the potential high tides and minor coastal flooding forecasted, the Department of Conservation and Recreation is preparing for a potential lane and or road closures to occur along Morrissey Boulevard, inbound and outbound, from Freeport Street to UMass Boston in the city of Boston, starting yesterday and continuing through Sunday. Oh, wow, really? Anticipated high tide times are as follows. So Monday today, 8:07 high tides, Wednesday 9:47 high tides, Friday 11:26, Saturday 12:17, and Sunday 1:08. Traffic patterns will be clearly marked, and DCR operations staff will be on site. A police detail may be on site as needed if the off-ramp from Interstate 93 requires closure. Morrissey Boulevard inbound and outbound from Freeport Street to Bianculli Boulevard, Binocoli on UMass Boston in the city of Boston Monday. So between yesterday and Sunday, Morrissey Boulevard is most likely not a place that you want to travel. And that sucks because how people going to get their salad? They can go from the back. Sorry.
Lost my train of thought. So it's just closed. It's just closed. It's not even going to close.
That's basically from Freeport over there going into the south end.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's kind of low. It's kind of low barrier.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, a construction worker. This is horrible. A construction worker dies in soil collapse during septic tank installation in head of the harbor.
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
Because where's the head of the harbor?
So police say a construction worker has died after being buried underneath soil in head of the harbor. So where is that? So takeaways, a construction worker has died. The incident occurred during the installation of a septic tank when the soil collapsed. Approximately 100 first responders were present at the Piper Lane. The worker was in a hole to level a cesspool ring when the excavated dirt collapsed on him. The worker was recovered by Suffolk County Emergency Service unit but was pronounced dead. Damn, he was buried a friggin' live.
That's awful.
Oh no.
That is god awful.
That is one of the awfulest things that I've heard in the news so far.
I was reading, somebody gave him a Courageous Kids book for Christmas, and there was this young boy. He was playing in a pit or something like that, and something broke, and the sand started piling in on him. And his father, who was around, like just grabbed a pipe, like a water hose, and threw it into the hole, and the little boy grabbed it. And he got covered. And so he went to go like try to breathe through the pump, but it was filled with water.
Oh no.
So he had to ingest a gallon of water.
Oh no.
And so that he could be able to breathe through this thing, and he had enough whatever to sustain him until the people were able to dig him out. Isn't that crazy?
What the hell is that?
It's a true story.
That's a true story?
Yeah. That's crazy.
I wouldn't have been able to drink a gallon of water.
Me either.
Well, not while I'm dying.
Like nonstop. Because it was just like there, and he like happened to grab it.
I would have vomited all of that water immediately.
I would have
back through the
like asphyxiated immediately.
How old was he?
He was like 13 or something like that when it happened.
Let me practice drinking water.
Child.
Shit. We're going to go to a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll be talking to our great friends over at the City of Boston to talk about their inaugural event that is coming up and how you guys can be a part of it. Keep it locked right here. Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz. The only thing that does matter is great music, and you will find it here.
The all-new Spark FM.
Did you know that you can now get a standard Massachusetts driver's license regardless of your immigration status? To get help with your application, a list of all required documents, and nearby appointment scheduling, visit mass.gov/WFMA. Your license is your way forward, so why not get started today? Register now at mass.gov/WFMA or call 857-368-WFMA.
Want to give your baby a head start? Get the best protection against flu and COVID-19. Because their immune system isn't fully developed at birth, babies need additional protection. When you get vaccinated while pregnant, it can keep you and your baby from getting sick. As they get older, this can result in more time in school and daycare for them, and more productive time at work for you. Vaccines are safe and effective for children as they grow. No matter where you are on your pregnancy journey, flu and COVID vaccines can boost your and your baby's natural defenses and protect your family. Stay up to date with your vaccines. Stay healthy. Talk with your trusted healthcare provider today. Brought to you by the Boston Public Health.
Often I hear people talking about how high their electricity bills are. Massachusetts has programs that everyday homeowners pay for, but never look into. Have you ever considered why some homes have panels and others don't? If you have Eversource, National Grid, or Unitil for electricity, you are paying for your neighbors to get panels at no cost. The charges are on the bill. Why not get someone to pay for yours? This program also helps with re-roofing, tree cutting, and electrical upgrades. If you're tired of short-term solutions for a long-term problem, connect with Bakari to find out if your home meets the requirements to upgrade at no cost out of pocket. Save the planet, future-proof your family for power outages, and save tens of thousands of dollars on an otherwise lifelong bill. Mention Spark when you call or text SPARK to 617-833-8940 to get 2 months off your power bill covered if your home gets selected.
Finally Home is a must-read step-by-step guide that will equip any first-time home buyer with the knowledge they need to confidently make informed decisions. This book provides answers in simple and clear terms to most, if not all, of the questions you may have about credit, home ownership, and generational wealth. Finally Home equips the reader with the confidence to be engaged with the home buying process without feeling vulnerable or exploited. Tailor-made real estate easy is not just a catchy hashtag. It is real estate agent and radio personality Taylor Andre's goal. A goal to simplify one of the most challenging processes you will go through as an adult. A goal to educate you properly on credit and teach you the strategies to finding the home of your dream. It is not just a good book or an easy read. It is the secret to a seamless home buying experience.
The all-new Spark FM.
I'm in the light.
Spark FM.
Come on.
Spark FM.
Chick a man, chick pigeon toe. Some of them be cross.
Spark FM.
Oh gosh, it's me again.
New England's #1 urban Caribbean music. Radio. Spark FM.
Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. We are back, Saucy and Friends in the morning. Hot Sauce, Rockstone, Tues, Miss Tony be knowing. And we are joined today by two lovely ladies who will be joining us for this nice evening to talk to us about Boston's first Civic Engagement Summit. Yes. Hello, ladies. How are you? Welcome.
Hello.
Okay.
We've been spending so much time together.
We're
spending
a
lot of time together now.
This is what happens when you start. Yeah.
When you enjoy working with each other.
Exactly. So we have Natalia and we have Anais. Anais.
Yeah. Nice.
Not Anais. Anais.
Yes.
I love that. That's really, it's so nice too.
Yeah.
You see what you did there?
Yeah,
See what I did there? Yeah, nice.
A nice summer day.
Yes.
Wish we had one of those today, right?
Love it. Yeah. So, ladies, tell us about the Civic Summit. What is it?
So the Civic Summit is going to be a gathering of 200 civic leaders. And by civic leaders, I mean that very loosely because it could be people from your typical community center, soup kitchen, so people that are up and coming in their neighborhoods, younger folks, older folks that have been in the trenches for many years. Yeah. So this space is going to be designed for them to come meet one another, network, not as their representation of their own neighborhoods, but as Boston.
I think that's really smart too, because a lot of times you see these organizations in passing, and we've been very privileged to be able to speak to a lot of them. And a lot of times you're like, oh my God, I didn't even know that you were doing this. Yeah. I didn't know that you were the head of this. So I think it's really great and a really great initiative to kind of bring people together. How did this come about?
Community.
Yeah.
They themselves were asking for this for a while now. I think after COVID, there's been a want and a need of gathering, getting together, and just getting to know each other. So it was community themselves, community members themselves.
What are we expecting at this event? And I'll throw that over to you as the event coordinator. How have you put this together for us to really kind of
enjoy
get the most out of it? Yeah.
So
because you do great work.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
so
you.
I'm very glad to know that they tapped you in for that, because that
Thank
means
you.
that they're actually thinking about aesthetically
Right.
how pleasing this should be for people that are attending.
I think it's beyond aesthetically. So my role in this beautiful event is to be the event planner and manager consultant, and I'm just the lead person guiding this amazing office and cabinet, bringing together this for the city of Boston. So it's not just about making it look pretty, but making it interactive, networking, bringing people in the space that usually don't talk to each other, finding the safe environment to talk to each other about topics that they might usually not get to do. So we're gonna have networking bingo. We're gonna have honey.
Okay.
With some prizes. I throw a good events for a reason, right?
Yes.
We're gonna have interactive spaces for them to actually plant seeds and connections, actual plants, not just a theoretical part of that.
Yeah.
We're also gonna have amazing speakers, content, like so many knowledge. I would say gems that will be shared, actual practical information that people can go on and start that business. go and run for that local organization, do nonprofit work, get involved with the city and what's going on, and especially with the youth. So,
going into that, who are some of the special speakers that we will be hearing from at the event?
Oh, we have Eric Leslie from Union Capital. He's
Okay.
amazing. We have Oliver Sellers Garcia, who is the Green New Deal's director for the city of Boston. He's going to be talking about how to achieve sustainable cities and how can community leaders access federal grants.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a great conversation. We also have Emily Sherio from the B-Sides Boston Globe giving a full workshop on social media 101 for community impact.
Yeah.
And lastly, we have the folks from the Consensus Institute. They're going to come and talk to our leaders on how to de-escalate conversations, how to be good mediators.
Oh, I love
Good,
that.
because we need
Oh,
that.
we need that. Very
we need
important.
that here.
We definitely
I
need
was
that.
looking at the website, and there is. I see that you guys have incorporated, even the younger civic leaders, like Brianna Bourne, former president of BU SOCA. I was able to speak for that group once. And they are awesome.
They are.
Lively bunch.
Yes. So that's going to be our amazing panel. And we can't talk about the next generation without the next generation being present.
Absolutely, absolutely. Mayor Wu is also going to be there as well. She's doing a fireside chat. What is that mostly focusing on?
So I think because the state of the cities today, she's probably going to want to talk about.
Oh, it is today.
Yeah.
Okay, because we read an article earlier about 2023, and I'm like, we missed it?
No, it's today. It's tonight, so tune in.
Yes.
So most likely Janae will want to talk about, probably debrief a little bit of her plans for this year and where we're headed as a city and the changes, the amazing and exciting changes that are coming.
Yeah, that fireside chat is facilitated by our good friend Janae Osterholm.
Yeah.
love Janae.
That is good. So what time? So unfortunately, it did sell out
so quickly.
pretty quickly.
So quickly.
12 hours.
12 hours.
Yeah.
It sold out in 12 hours. What was that like? Did you guys expect that to happen at the first go round?
It was insane because I think we were sitting in meetings and we just kept seeing the registration numbers go up, and that moment of panic of like, what the heck is going on? It was a good surprise. It was a really great surprise, and we're really proud of the work that we've been doing together, because clearly if it's sold out so quick, it's because there's a need and a want. And it's resonating with people.
Yeah.
Especially being the first event, you don't
first year.
You don't think that it's gonna have so much traction.
Yeah.
And it did. And we're really proud because most of the neighborhoods, or the neighborhoods that had the most signups, are Roxbury.
Oh, good.
Are Mid Dorchester,
Yeah.
East Boston, Hyde Park, and Jamaica Plain.
Which is very different
Right.
as well, because literally what you just said, like, we don't often see those neighborhoods being so quick. Usually our neighborhoods are a little bit later into the game. Like, I didn't know. But it makes sense that people are really paying attention because there's so much going on. The goal...
It's a testament to the mayor and the work ethic that's been happening in the past couple of years. Historically, we probably wouldn't even hear
Wouldn't
about
even know about it.
But
and I think that's key when she brought me on, and like this team brought me on as a woman on business. I'm an immigrant myself, and becoming a vendor for the city of Boston now as a small business has changed even the way that I look when I move on for 2024. So it's been a blessing, as you're saying, just to have her in that position and put us in position to continue to win, all of us. So.
Yeah, I think it's really great, and I think it feels good to hear you guys say that.
Yeah.
So we know that when tell us about the logistics of the event. Where, when, how do we get there? If there was a waiting list,
there's actually not a waiting list anymore.
We closed the wait list on December 31st because that was like the cutoff.
So you sold out and you had to close the wait list after. Wow.
So because we said December 31st is the very last day to apply, so we closed the wait list December 31st. We ended up having 305 people on the wait list.
Wow.
Yes.
So, on the wait list.
On the wait list.
Wow. With 200 registrants.
Correct.
Wow.
In this case,
10 days.
though, both event planning and managing and things like that, when you see things like that and they sell out so well and there's still a big demand for them, is the first thing in your head like, we need to go bigger.
No. We want to. That's why they were keep pushing. And I was like, our timeline does not allow us to do that.
See, that's why it's good to have a timekeeper.
Yeah. I just want to make sure people understand too. We started working on this like late October,
okay.
mid-October. Sorry.
Yeah.
So this was something that actually was a quick turnaround. We've been working really hard, shutting out the civic organizing office. Like they're really, really amazing partners. So at that point, we try to pivot to other ways, like being creative, using technology, right? So now we're going to be able to offer at least 1 or 2 segments being recorded for those that could not attend.
Good.
So trying to pivot another way, and that was my role.
No, that's smart because in this age of technology.
Exactly. And then as Natalia said, it is a niche, it's a need. So that just speaks to next year we need to go bigger.
Yeah.
I think due to the timeline we wanted, so we're trying to go around it. We went there twice trying to move chairs, rooms, like trust me.
6 more people can fit over here.
We understood that the people needed this and wanted this, but we needed to think about what's realistic, safe, COVID, other things that are happening nowadays. So we went that route.
And I think it's really, really good to like get a core group first and
figure it out.
And that was the idea because it was our first time, honestly, throwing an event ever in our cabinet in general. So we usually go to events, because we're the community engagement cabinet, but we don't usually host this large event. So this was our very first time. Our office is pretty small. So we wanted to do something that was done right for the right amount of people.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so we wanted to know, is this going to get traction? Are we going to fill it out? How does it feel so that next year we can obviously
bigger and better. Yes.
The flow of the day, the schedule, because I heard you talk about keeping on time and sticking to your schedule. What's this schedule like, and what can attendees expect from this schedule?
So as you were saying, we open doors actually at 9:30 in the morning, giving people time to arrive. We understand Boston traffic is unique. It has become its own thing.
Putting it.
Unique. Where is it's going to be at the Harvard Thurman Center for BU. So Boston University is one of our partners, and they're hosting us. So we're going to be opening doors at 9:30. We're going to have a networking breakfast. So we're going to get you some bites in there so you can, get your energy up and be able to connect with people. We're going to go on to our host. I didn't even mention our host.
Yes.
Cypresent is our host. Shout outs to our host, Cypresent. So they're gonna bring the energy up. We're gonna go into our fireside chat with the mayor, starting the morning right with information. Then we're gonna have workshops. So basically, we're gonna have people divide into 2 workshops that they actually chose themselves at registration.
Oh, okay.
So they can choose what they want to focus on that day and learn, and who they want to connect with.
What are some of those tracks?
Sorry.
Some of those sessions.
Right here.
Yeah.
Sustainable cities.
Sustainable cities, navigating contemporary conversations.
Yeah.
And then we have a networking lunch with networking games.
Breakfast and lunch.
Yes, honey.
Oh, yeah.
And tea.
And
dessert.
And dessert.
Okay.
Eating day.
We understand. It's important.
Yeah.
It's a whole day.
And so many ways.
Food is part of community.
Yeah.
So.
You share a meal.
And food is a great way to network because you can sit down. Let me just sit down right next to this lady.
Yes.
And talk to her. So this is good.
So after lunch, we're gonna go on into our panel, which is becoming a civic leader. Shout out to Chief Miller. And then we're going to go to a second round of sessions or workshop, which is empowering change and empowered and leveraging social media. And we're going to finish with a networking tea and dessert. And during that time, we have, the photo booth, we have the media ops, we're going to have games, we're going to have Jenga, those games that bring us back and just, into the space to level up and have conversations.
I'm really happy to see the city of Boston doing this. I think that this is a really great idea, and I can't wait to see it grow. It is tomorrow starting at 9.
No.
Saturday starting at 9:30. What's tomorrow?
Tomorrow is Wednesday.
Oh yes, Saturday starting at 9:30. Because the whole time I'm sitting here like, we got to get off the radio and then we got to go there right after. I'm losing it. So it's Saturday from 9:30 to about 4:30. Breakfast, lunch, tea, and dessert will be served. It is unfortunately sold out. If you have not registered yet, you cannot. But this is a good way to learn more about it for next year. You got to be quick. You got to be quicker.
And we're going to be sharing things during social media so people can tune in and watch live sessions. So,
good.
Any live streaming during the event? I know you're going to stream maybe, to record later, but anything?
So the mayor's the mayor's fireside chat will be
Oh,
live
good.
streamed
Yeah.
through Boston.gov, and then the panel for becoming a civic leader will be pre-recorded, and we'll send it out. We'll put it on
that's
our
very nice.
on our socials.
I like that a
And
lot.
what
Go
do you
ahead.
guys think Mayor Wu's been doing compared to the previous mayors, Mamino, Walsh? And how do you guys think she's doing?
So I think she brings just a fresh perspective. You know, being a millennial woman of color, we have different life experiences. I think City Hall today looks very different than it did 5 years ago.
Boy, don't it?
And it's just, I think of just fresh air.
Yeah.
It feels really good to work for a woman that just empowers people and has community and in the center.
And I
for
heard
what she
she's
does.
very unapologetic.
About
She is.
changing. Yes.
I love it.
Changing the
Yes.
landscape of Boston. Yeah.
And I love it. I love that for us. I think we
Yes.
need that because we have a lot of people who kind of past leaders who just kind of seemed like they were kind of pandering or whatever. And she's like, I said what I said.
Yeah. We love Wu.
Yeah.
Any last minute things that you want the audience to know, or how they can catch the recordings, or that live chat? I think you mentioned Boston.org. They're going to be streaming the fireside chat, and then where would we be able to get information? Oh, Boston got. What did I say?
Boston.gov.
Boston.gov.
Yep.
And then, and if we did want to watch it live, the fireside chat on Saturday, that would be around what time?
That's at 12.
Okay, 12 o'clock.
Like noon.
All right, so if you guys cannot go, you can still join in on the fun at 12 o'clock and see a little something.
11, actually.
11. A little something. We'll make sure that we spread the news of it when it's going to go live so that you guys know what's happening. We'll make sure we announce it here. But any last minute words that you kind of want the people to know that are attending, or the people who are thinking about attending next year when that happens, because you're definitely going to have a line.
So for the folks that are attending this year, the Green Line will be working on Saturday.
Oh, good.
So that's an important piece.
Are
But
you
if you
sure?
are, we're sure.
Okay.
If you are driving, we have complimentary free parking underneath the venue.
Yes. Very nice.
So feel free to just utilize that parking.
Okay.
We'll probably ask that you leave your coats in the car if you can, so that the check-in is a little bit easier on our end.
Yep.
And for those that couldn't register, we really hope to see you next year.
Yeah.
I'm sure that we'll come back a lot bigger and better. So we'll have a lot more room for all of you.
And just to leave it off, I'm really, really excited about this event. I'm really happy that the city of Boston is hearing and listening and implementing the change that we all want to see. And I'm really excited to see what you guys pull off, because I know her work, and I can't wait to see what you guys do together. So I'm really excited about this. Really happy. Congratulations on the inaugural summit. And we'll see you guys on Saturday.
Yeah.
Also, let's put a reminder out there today at 7 p.m. is the is Mayor Wu's second annual State of the City address at 7 p.m. today.
And that usually is at the Grand, right?
She had it at the
last year I went.
Not the Grand. MGM. Yes, the
last year.
MGM.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure where they're gonna have it today, but we'll give you guys more information. It's there again this year. So we'll give you guys more information about that throughout the show and tomorrow. But keep it locked right here. Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. Go to a quick commercial break and we'll be right back.
Let's start with the big question.
The all-new Spark FM.
JP Morgan Chase is making a global commitment to break down barriers to drive inclusive economic growth all over the world. We believe there is a pressing need to help more people move up the economic ladder. That is why we are investing in communities and people to create an economy that works for all, because no community should be left behind. Right here in Boston, we're focusing that work in Dorchester, Roxbury, and Mattapan, among other neighborhoods, on improving financial health. These efforts aim to address the key drivers of the racial wealth divide head-on. We're here to empower individuals, families, and small businesses by connecting them to the tools that build generational wealth and a long-lasting legacy. Chase is investing in Boston. Chase is investing in you. Visit us at the Mattapan branch at 1617 Blue Hill Avenue, where the team is waiting to help.
Want to give your baby a head start? get the best protection against flu and COVID-19. Because their immune system isn't fully developed at birth, babies need additional protection. When you get vaccinated while pregnant, it can keep you and your baby from getting sick. As they get older, this can result in more time in school and daycare for them, and more productive time at work for you. Vaccines are safe and effective for children as they grow. No matter where you are on your pregnancy journey, flu and COVID vaccines can boost your and your baby's natural defenses and protect your family. Stay up to date with your vaccines. Stay healthy. Talk with your trusted healthcare provider today. Brought to you by the Boston Public Health.
Finally Home is a must-read step-by-step guide that will equip any first-time homebuyer with the knowledge they need to confidently make informed decisions. This book provides answers in simple and clear terms to most, if not all, of the questions you may have about credit, home ownership, and generational wealth. Finally Home equips the reader with the confidence to be engaged with the home buying process without feeling vulnerable or exploited. Tailor-made Real Estate Easy is not just a catchy hashtag. It is real estate agent and radio personality Taylor Andre's goal. A goal to simplify one of the most challenging processes you will go through as an adult. A goal to educate you properly on credit and teach you the strategies to finding the home of your dream. It is not just a good book or an easy read. It is the secret to a seamless home buying experience.
Boston's new home for urban Caribbean music. Spark FM. Spark FM. Playing all your favorite hits from reggae. Spark FM.
If you no mess with where you are gonna see a million. We got to go long just like the Amas.
Spark FM.
I know that life is not easy. No say we are for win. Walk with the camera like Jesus.
Soca. Hip hop.
Yeah, we going crazy.
R&B.
You could do damage. You could do damage.
Afrobeats and much more. Spark FM. Spark FM.
Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. We are back. We was just speaking to a nice and Natalia. Because I did TH. I was like, Natalia. I love that. A nice and Natalia from the first annual or the inaugural Boston City Civic Engagement Summit. And that's going to be really fun on Saturday. I'm sorry if y'all didn't sign up before because you should have been quicker. But we're going to get into our national and world news. Miss Tony, what you got for us?
Ooh, I just got this from, Chris just sent this in actually to me. The Florida Surgeon General calls for a halt on the use of the COVID-19 vaccine.
Oh, Lord.
Oh,
these vaccines are not appropriate for use in human beings. That's what he says.
Who's this? Florida?
The Florida Surgeon General.
Oh, he get paid for that.
Oh, Florida Surgeon General calls for halt of COVID-19 vaccine, defies health experts. Joseph Ladapo alleges possible cancer risk, impact on pregnancy, effects of vital organs. How do we feel about this? Let me pop this
You
in
need
here.
more people.
Yeah,
You should have said that maybe 2 years ago.
Sir, right, exactly. Like where you come from now.
Yeah.
Where you come from
Nobody
now?
believes you.
I don't know what's
Nobody's
happening.
there for you.
He's a black man.
He is a black man, Joseph Lapado. So it says Florida Surgeon General bucked the majority of the nation's health experts Wednesday, calling for a halt to the use of mRNA COVID-19 vaccines. Dr. Joseph Ladapo said there wasn't enough evidence for the shots despite their backing from the Food and Drug Administration and Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Ladapo's latest salvo in what seems to be an ongoing war against mRNA COVID vaccines came in the form of a news release. The state's top doc recommended against the use of the regardless of age and condition. Ladapo said there wasn't enough data on DNA fragments in the doses, alleging a possible cancer risk, impact on pregnancy, or effects on vital organs. In statements, he said federal regulators at the FDA and CDC were reckless with safety standards and that without more data, these vaccines are not appropriate for use in human beings. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention have always played it fast and loose with COVID-19 vaccine safety, but their future to test for DNA integration with the human genome, as their own guidelines dictate, when the vaccines are known to be contaminated with foreign DNA, is intolerable. What the hell is we 3 years out of that. 4 years at this point.
Bruh,
3
some
years.
people are 6 shots in.
Yeah.
Let's be mad honest. At this point, you're a tad bit late, mister.
And what of the mRNA?
Moderna.
Oh, is that Moderna?
No, that's a part of your that's a part of the inside your DNA.
mRNA.
Yes.
Oh,
one
that's
of those
the
things.
ribonucleic acids.
What is it?
Say that, sis.
Ribonucleic acids. That's what that is. RNA.
My sister's smart.
Listen to me when I say words,
She's
okay?
smart. Yeah. Yeah, but no, for real. It is too late.
Yes.
Like, we've already been hooked up to the 5G towers, like all of that stuff, and now you won't be like, oh no, you shouldn't be using it. Bruh, leave us be.
Yeah, I mean, at this
Give
point,
it to us free.
Yeah, like, it is what it is.
It is.
That's where we at now. Driver crashes into White House exterior gate, the Secret Service says. And, y'all might as well just open them gates.
Remember the children?
The little boy who went in.
There was another lady who had went to, that was the Capitol building. Who had went around the Capitol building or something. They shot her dead.
Oh.
But they didn't shoot the insurrectionist dead.
Oh,
only that one who got shot in the eye. But she shouldn't have been climbing through the window in the first place, because you shouldn't do that.
Did she get shot in the eye?
Somewhere. Right somewhere in the face.
Damn.
Because
she the only person that got shot that day?
Because she was the most. Why are you going through the window, honey? Like, stop that.
Did she lose her eye?
She's dead.
Oh, neck.
Oh, yeah.
Mike Knight said
she got shot in the neck. Same thing.
Oh, you poke your eye out. Remember that from the movie?
Christmas Story.
Yeah. Listen, you shoot your eye out. Something your eye out. A driver was taken into custody Monday night after crashing into a White House exterior gate, a Secret Service spokesman said. The driver collided with the gate shortly before 6 p.m. local time. Police cleared the vehicle less than 2 hours later. Why did it take all that time? Less than 2 hours? Is that supposed to be good? President Biden was not at the White House at the time of the crash. Mr. Biden was in South Carolina for a campaign event earlier Monday and was en route to Texas on Monday evening. Traffic was impacted near 15th Street and Pennsylvania Avenue, which is the eastern side of the White House complex near the Treasury building after the crash. Closures were lifted after the vehicle was cleared. Officials have not yet released an identifying information about the driver, and it was not immediately clear if there would be any changes. What I want to know is, why was she arrested? Did she do it on purpose, or did she lose control of the car? Law enforcement officers briefed on the incident told CBS News the driver was a man who is believed to have mental health challenges. Didn't they say it was a woman at first? He was under evaluation after being taken into custody, the officer said, adding there was no ongoing threat. Pictures from the scene show what appears to be a silver or gray Cadillac Escalade with Virginia plates. Drivers have crashed into the White House security barriers in the past. In May, a U-Haul truck driver crashed into the security barriers.
How you gotta be driving to crash? You don't see the gate there? You don't see the gate? At what point do you not see the gate? Because wouldn't you have to? Is the gate on the sidewalk?
Yeah, it is. It is. You have to drive up on the sidewalk to get to the gate.
That's what I'm saying. So that's like, I thought, like, is the gate encompassing the sidewalk? Because after you drive up onto the sidewalk, why don't stop the car from driving into the gate?
Well, they said that this guy was having a mental health break.
All right. You'll have to excuse things like that, because it's crazy.
Yeah.
No, that's terrible.
There's a 13-foot, 1-inch high fence, which has more than double the size of the previous 6-foot fence. The higher fence also has wider and stronger pickets. And that they put that up after people kept on, because people kept on jumping the fence and doing
Maybe
all
you
that.
read this, though. You know when at certain houses they have those two big crash things around them? At this point, how come there are not some of those crash boulders around the White House?
Like how they have it like those Federal Reserve Bank places and all those
Why
big,
would,
the big ball in front of Target even.
Those things. Like,
Yeah.
why don't we put some decorative things there that will stop people from getting as close to the gate as you want them? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not sure why mad cars have to keep running into the gate of the White House.
It's also like you said, like what you're driving up on the sidewalk to drive into the gate for.
Yeah.
That's just a lot of drive time.
A lot of drive time.
A lot of drive time. The U.S. lunar landing, I think we talked about this yesterday, attempt appears doomed after a critical fuel leak. So that's the one we were talking about where they were taking up the human remains up there. So there was a fuel leak, and it seems kind of like it's not safe to fly anything now. The Boeing's got loose doorknobs, and now this got a fuel leak. The U.S. moon, the first U.S. moon landing attempt in more than 50 years appeared to be doomed after a private company spacecraft developed a critical fuel leak just hours after Monday's launch. Pittsburgh-based Astrobotic Technology managed to orient its lander toward the sun so the solar panel could collect sunlight and charge its battery as a special team assessed the status of what was termed a failure in the propulsion system. Propulsion.
What's it mean? What is it that you said?
It had to go. It ran out of fuel, so it had to go by the sun.
Oh, to get some more fuel.
To get some more some solar fuel. Yes, and charge its battery. And so it's a propulsion system. It soon became apparent, however, that there was a critical loss of fuel, further dimming hope for what had planned to be a planned moon landing on February 23rd. It takes that long to get to the moon? They went up yesterday to get there on February 23rd?
When is February 23rd? No.
That's more than a month away
It
from
don't
now.
take that long to get to the moon. Didn't we just read it yesterday?
I don't know how long it takes, but if they left yesterday, they were trying to get there. 23rd.
Remember yesterday we was going to the moon to go spread our ashes in an hour.
This is the same story. That's what they was.
Oh.
So they was planning on do that February 23rd, but they went up there. What was it, a test run? I don't know. Late Monday, the company said the leak was continuing and estimated that the lander would start losing solar power in about 40 hours. The trouble.
3 days.
3 days to get to the. Well, still. So what you going up there so early for?
Bro, I don't want to drive to California for 3 days. I don't want to be in a spaceship for three days going to the moon.
Does it only take 3 days to drive to California?
Maybe 3 or 4.
Really?
Yeah. Type that. Let me see. How long?
The trouble was reported about 7 hours after Monday's pre-dawn liftoff from Cape Canaveral. United Launch Alliance's Vulcan rocket provided the lift for Astrobotic's lander named Peregrine, putting it on a long roundabout path to the moon.
I don't know.
Yeah, it is a long roundabout path because if you left yesterday to get there on February 23rd, anyways.
How much is 46 hours? Well, 2 days to go to 2 days to go to California, non-stop.
2 full days.
Yeah.
The moon is 240,000 miles away.
And how far is California from here?
California is approximately 3,107 miles away.
Way closer to the moon than California?
We should just go to the moon.
No, the moon is 200,000 miles.
Okay, and then and this one is only 3,000.
Duh. We
What's
closer
going
to the
on?
moon than California. Crack kills. Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
mean, you didn't have to do too much convincing because I was just gonna go to the moon. Like, let's
just go there.
Might as well go to the moon instead. It's just a shorter trip.
Whoa! Well, anyhow, that's what happened to that, and so it's not going to happen again for a little while because they got to fix that. Fort Worth explosion: 21 people injured at a downtown Texas hotel. I purposely skipped over that other story because I want to come back to that because that's wild. Explosion at historic Texas hotel injures 21 and scatters debris in downtown Fort Worth. An explosion at a historic Texas hotel in Fort Worth on Monday blew out windows, littered downtown streets with large sections of debris from the building, and injured 21 people, including one who was in critical condition. You know what that reminds me of?
What?
What's the show that we watch with the Duggins on the farm, and it's real crazy, and the daughter's crazy?
The Duggins.
The Duggins on the farm. Yellowstone.
Oh, I don't watch that.
Ooh, you got.
I got to watch.
I got to get back into Yellowstone. There was because there was an explosion. We got to get back into that story too. There was an explosion there. Oh, damn, what'd I do? In Fort Worth. So it says that authorities did not indicate anyone was missing, but the fire officials said late Monday that they would continue searching the buildings. So one was critically injured. The blast flung doors and entire sections of wall onto the road in front of the 20-story hotel, where authorities say rescue crews found several people trapped in the basement. 15 people were taken to hospitals, including 6 whose conditions were described as semi-critical, which provides ambulances and emergency medical services in the Fort Worth. But they're not telling us the name of the building. Oh, the Sandman Signature Hotel at the time. 24 rooms were occupied. Officials say they believe a gas leak caused the explosion, which happened in the middle of the afternoon at the start of the work week, and said that the hotel had been undergoing construction. That's so crazy. There was debris, there was insulation, there was office furniture. He said somebody who was working nearby, he saw a large flash and what sounded like thunder. Everything that was in the first couple of floors of the building was blown out all over the street. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, the video looks crazy.
Can we see the video? I
It's
want to
up
see it
online.
too.
It's online.
Okay.
We're watching. Look at that's the aftermath. An explosion at Fort Worth on Monday. Damn! You see the building over there? Who is videotaping? Oh wow! Look at that. What was it? By natural gas? See, that's the scary thing about natural gases, carbon monoxide, and all these things. You never know when they just gonna blow your shit up.
Exactly. And can you? And so that in that case, is that a warning that you can get before? Like, there's no. Oh, because we don't know if it was carbon monoxide. Well, it wouldn't be carbon monoxide to cause a blast like that, right? It's just the natural gas. Like how they had all. Remember when they had all them explosions down there in Lawrence that year?
Oh yes, that
happened.
was very weird.
Yep, the young boy, the 18-year-old who gotten killed. We have a quick update on that. So that's a really, really crazy story. I'm glad that nobody was killed though. People were injured and some, critically, but. What the heck? Update on that story. Remember the flying squirrel that attacked the judge down there in Vegas or in Nevada?
Play the tune, Tristan,
Yeah.
so they can be reminded of the things in which we had to witness.
Yeah.
The man who jumped at the judge.
The man who flew over the thing and jumped at the
whooped
judge.
her behind.
Yeah.
That's not right. She did get the chance to go and
She sentenced him yesterday.
Go for it.
And good for her. A man who leaped over a judicial bench and attacked a Nevada judge on video last week was shackled and closely watched Monday as it appeared before the same judge and was sentenced to up to 4 years in state prison. They brought him in there looking like Hannibal Lecter, didn't it?
They should have strapped him down to a chair and wheeled him in.
On a wheelie. What's them things called? A wheelie thing? They should have brought him in like that. The punishment was handed down in connection with an attempted battery charge dating to last year that the defendant pleaded guilty to in November and was in court to be sentenced on January 3rd when he rushed the judge. I want to make it clear I'm not changing or modifying the sentence I was in the process of imposing last week before I was interrupted by the defendant's actions, Clark County District Judge Mary Kay Holthus said as Deobra.
Mary Kay Holthus.
His name is Deobra DeLone Redden.
That's why he was mad. Look at him. Get him. Punch
Let
him.
me see him. That court stenographer was like, oh, this is my chance. I always wanted to do this.
Oh, I didn't see her get back up.
Yeah.
Finally.
You had to watch for a while.
Let me look at her.
Mama got you.
Yeah, she did. Poor Limpy.
Look at her, the back of her head
She's
all
stressed out like in all my life. I never had to fight. I'm a white woman.
Oh, they should have let her pound on him.
Yeah.
She should have got, that's what they should put.
They should have. Just tie him up and let her slap him up.
So
twice.
he was in shackles. He was flanked by jail security guards with a mask covering part of his face and orange mitts on his hand. Now look at you. We already knew you was a jackass. Now you gotta look like one too in court as the same woman you attacked gets to sentence you again.
Boy, I tell you, that is stupid.
Wow.
You definitely not getting out now.
While the sentence could last up to 4 years, Redden could be paroled in 19 months depending on his behavior in prison and decisions made by the parole board. I'll tell you what, he's not coming out.
Nope.
In 19 months. They're going to say no. They've already said no. Neither Redden nor his lawyer, Cesar Almas, was asked to speak during Monday's brief court appearance. Redden is
It was like, we don't want to hear from you either.
You. Redden is slated to appear before a different judge on Tuesday regarding 15 new felony and misdemeanor charges related to the courtroom attack. He could face decades in prison if he's convicted. And I'll tell you now, he's going to be convicted.
Decades in prison.
Because
he was trying to get on parole.
Yeah.
Then you attack the judge.
Yep.
And I wonder what the process was in your head about how this would turn out.
Yep. So now he's facing 15 new felony and misdemeanor charges because you attacked the judge.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Judge.
And yes, so he will be in prison for decades. That's that. Let's just call it what it is.
Wow, it's very nice.
What's your problem?
Video of a 73-year-old man boarded up inside of his apartment sparks debate. Sparks what? Sparks investigation. Why was he boarded up? And this is in Harvey, Illinois. Rudolph Williams says he was home in a Chicago suburb when he realized the doors and the windows to his Courtyard Star apartment had been boarded up with plywood, locking him inside. What are you talking about? I didn't know exactly what was going on, the 73-year-old said Monday in describing how he tried to open his blocked door. What the hell? His story, chronicled by his nephew on now viral videos, has generated a firestorm of criticism about rental conditions at the dilapidated low-income apartment complex in Harvey, Illinois. People are also debating who's to blame, and Mayor Christopher Clark has promised an investigation.
My question, however, is that we all dealing with that same type of infestation. Isn't it infestation an investigation? What is the problem?
They boarded him into his house and he couldn't come out. They sealed up the doors and the windows. And he couldn't.
I read this. Yes, I read this. Sorry, I was trying to connect my bank account. But I'll be damned.
Right.
You'll board me into my house.
73 years old, he can't come out. City officials, residents, property owners, and the property management company have conflicting accounts of what happened Friday at the roughly 30-unit complex.
Before you blow up somebody's house, you don't have to go through and clear it to make sure that there's nothing in there that could be maybe explosive, animals, people,
someone.
Yes.
It started that afternoon when crews without any logos on their clothing or vehicles started boarding up units. Residents say they weren't warned that the workers ignored residents telling them people were still inside. Wow. City officials say police were on site earlier in the day and performed well-being checks, but not when units were set to be boarded up. The property owners say the defendants' claim about residents being boarded inside are false, and the property managers say the units were empty before they started boarding up the units at the city's direction.
It was not. You guys are lying. It was not empty if there was somebody inside of it.
Yeah, I don't.
So who didn't check? He wasn't hiding.
Wait. So did they? Why did they do this? Why did they do this?
This is what I'm still trying to figure out. Why you lock him in there, and what do you mean?
Why were they boarding up the whole place?
Was he getting evicted?
That's what I'm saying. Did you all evict everybody? Because the family said they had no warning.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, maybe they had to board it up because it was nasty or something. But if nobody had any warning and y'all didn't check to see if anything or thing was alive in there, then you guys are in trouble. What are we investigating?
Yeah. So this woman, Genevieve Taylor, who said she was recently laid off from her meat factory job, was home when she heard noises outside and ran from a second door in her apartment looking to escape because she thought it was a break-in. Wow. That's when she said she came upon crews boarding up her windows. I feel sick, she said.
Her too.
Yeah. Adding that she was too scared to return home for 2 days. I'm still sad. The complex, which is in clear despair, has been on the city's radar for months. One of two buildings has no heat, with residents using stove and space heaters to keep warm. A set of stairs has collapsed and is blocked to pedestrians. There is garbage everywhere, broken furniture, a large dumbbell, and liquor bottles. There have been numerous safety issues involving drugs and crime. Police were called to the property more than 300 times last year.
300 what? After the first 6 calls,
Yeah.
Why are we still getting called to the property 300 times? Nobody's going to be suspicious that we keep on getting calls from this place? What were the calls about?
I just really don't understand how they were just boarding up the places without
checking
telling
to
the
people. Yeah.
Not displacing, but replacing them into somewhere else. You're just going to come and board up the people's houses without telling. City officials say property owners identified by the city as Jay Patel and Henry Cho were warned about the unsafe conditions and urged to make changes. The owners were notified that people had to evacuate by October 28th and had to let residents know. However, only some residents say they got the message. Others who were notified said they were skeptical of the document's legitimacy. Some got letters on official city letterhead saying they had to leave due to the safety risk. But while others received papers from the property managers that said the building would be shut down. But somebody keeps unplugging my computer every day.
Woo! Wow! No, I mean, yeah, I think that that's just crazy. I think that regardless of whether you send them or not, before you start boarding up somebody's home, you should probably ring the bell, knock the door to see if somebody's going to come through with it and identify yourself and announce how and what you'll be doing.
Tristan, were you able to pull up any videos about this? Because they said there's viral videos.
Viral videos, I did see that.
He said the nephew who lives on with his James Williams Rudolph's nephew who lives with him at the property said a bunch of letters were strewn about the courtyard. He and other people on site helped free his uncle from the apartment Friday evening, partly by using a drill. In a joint statement emailed late Monday, the property owners dismissed the residents' viral allegations. The owners said they tried to negotiate more time with the city for renters to stay and aimed to have required repairs finished by March for the buildings to reopen. The owners hired property management company Chicago Style Management in November. I don't know. Crews found one unauthorized person who left before they started boarding up units, but that's not true because this man was there. That woman said that she was there. A lot of people in that area are squatters and trying to stay there.
Boarded up inside of their units, which they're still living in. We wanted to find out who owns this property and why it happened. We found out the property owner is out of state.
Do you recognize those two names at the top?
I don't.
What's that? Sina Pina?
I don't. That's why I was somewhat confused. That's why I don't know who these people are. And I Googled them, no information.
Mary Brooks has never met her landlords, Jay Patel and Henry Cho. Our investigative team did some digging and found out they're based out of Las Vegas, Nevada. The company is called Ascend Property Group. We called Cho.
Please leave your message.
And Patel.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
But they never picked up. Chicago Style Management Company works with both men. Tim Harstead is with that company and says their crews boarded up the units. He says the renters aren't telling the truth.
No one was boarded up inside. The police were there with the Village of Harvey to make sure that everything was cleared out.
Brooks and others say that's not true, and they were boarded up inside their apartments. They acknowledge a letter was sent to the renters telling them they needed to be out of their homes by December 29th.
And I said, is my apartment scheduled to be boarded up today? And he said, no, you're on the schedule for next week.
Mayor Christopher Clark canvassed the apartment complex, disrupting our interview with Brooks.
Is it okay to come in?
Come in, I guess so.
Mayor Clark says Harvey police were called out while crews were boarding up the units. We wanted to know why they didn't intervene.
It depends on what the officers saw when they got here. If, of course, they saw a crime happening, then, of course, they could have or should have intervened.
Mayor Clark says while he doesn't know exactly what happened Friday, he does plan to review their body cameras. Reporting in Harvey, Sade Gray, CBS 2 News.
The Housing Authority of Cook County says they are running through options to make sure tenants find a
Who's
place
lying?
Right.
Were they boarded up or not?
Right. Exactly. And where was she sitting just now when they was doing her interview?
And also, while looking, true.
Didn't look like she was packing.
No.
No.
Also, in those apartments, to be boarded up, it would be simple for you to just knock on the damn door and see if anybody's there before you start putting boards on the windows. Like, who does that?
LaWanda said that woman don't look like she's about to move anywhere.
She's not about to move. I'm about to get paid because they locked me in here, and that's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
I wish I
She said they said not this week, next week, and she don't look like she's leaving any week. Next week or the week after.
I'm not doing it.
Mary Brooks said I'm sitting down right here in my chair with my plants.
Because that's why I was confused.
This story right here is the one that I saved. Let me just. I guess there was a chaos scene at the Shabbat headquarters in Crown Heights yesterday.
What's the Shabbat headquarters?
I guess so the Bocherum ripped wooden panels to prevent a cement truck from sealing off the recently discovered tunnels. So pretty much the Jewish folks had a big old tunnel going on, and when the cops arrived, they didn't want to say what it was for. This happened in New York. That's just a note from our producer. There's no story there. But this story is the one. This is the WTF. Shanae actually sent this to me the other day, an update from the actual business. A couple disrupts a coffee shop with a pop-up wedding on New Year's Eve, the owner says.
Pop-up wedding at my coffee shop.
They went into the people's coffee shop, brought photographers and a priest and all of their guests and everything, and conducted a wedding.
And didn't want to tell them that they was doing that?
Coffee shop. So they said they were putting their coats down and all kinds of stuff and just had a wedding. A couple, the bride wore white. The owner of a coffee shop who said her business was hijacked by the surprise wedding is seeing red. A couple hosted a pop-up wedding at Mansion Society in Indianapolis. The owner said the wedding party, efficient photographers and guests came in on New Year's Eve and proceeded to have a wedding ceremony with zero knowledge to us. According to the Facebook post, Mansion Society's team wrote that it planned to open on New Year's Eve, and Mansion Society did do a whole post on Instagram and Facebook about what happened, and they were quite upset. I was sent those posts. Writing on Instagram, the business noted that the group of about 20 to 30 people continued to not only have a wedding ceremony, but take pictures, videos, and block pathways for customers trying to enter Mansion Society. In another Facebook post, the Mansion Society wrote that they initially did not attempt to stop the wedding because their business is located next door to 1899, a wedding venue. Employees believe the wedding party was stopping in for coffee before moving to the wedding venue. We figured they were waiting for their entire group before getting up to order. The bride walked in and the ceremony immediately began. Wow. We were taking orders, slinging drinks, and we couldn't stop a wedding ceremony midway. The social media backlash could have been cancel-worthy if spun the right way. Our shock froze us in the moment. The bride later emailed the coffee shop and offered a $200 donation. The owners declined and asked for $500, which is its normal weekend rate for private events and rentals, according to the television station reported. Go ahead, you can play the tape because I want to see it too.
My question, like, who does that? Like, what are we talking about? I hate that they black.
Schneider said, I can't even get onto the free Wi-Fi without showing my receipt, but they got a whole 100 guest wedding.
That's what I'm saying. 100 people in the coffee shop?
20 to 30 people with the photographer, the officiant, all of that. Is there a video? You found a video?
What's wrong with people? And now if they had reacted in a bad way, then like they said, it would have went on the social media and y'all handled that wrong. You come into my place of business and conduct your wedding for free without knowledge randomly in the random middle of the random day.
And then the sad part is they only charge $500 for a private event. It's adorable. Look, I hate it.
It's sad.
We can't hear it.
It's sad. Now the next group of black people that come in there, they're gonna be like, at the door, bye.
Yeah, at the like this is
don't get out your car.
It's an adorable place. What did you show?
Hold on, I'm finding another one.
Okay. It's an adorable little place, but that's a violation.
Yeah.
That's just so wrong. They said, we don't need a donation of $200. We need you to pay the fee to use the place that you did not previously hire for a wedding ceremony, or at least ask if it's okay to be held in our facilities.
Because why not a simple ask?
Yeah.
Like if they said no, like I understand maybe they're going to say no, so I can't do it. I get it that you want to be married in there.
Right.
If you're not doing it the right way, like that's messed up. I mean, but it's done and gone. Everybody could get over it, but ugh.
They continued in their email saying the normal rate for a weekend rental is $500, and we look forward to receiving the payment as soon as possible. The owner said the owner of the shop said the bride emailed back and called the request unreasonable. Efforts to reach the bride have been unsuccessful.
Of course,
and a GoFundMe page has been launched to support Mansion Society and cover the costs lost of business.
Two things. Y'all didn't need no GoFundMe.
No.
Your business did not stop.
Yep.
You most likely got more business that day with all those other people in there.
And you will get more business.
The coffee shop made a GoFundMe?
The coffee shop made
Somebody set up a GoFundMe for them.
People stop making GoFundMes for foolishness. It's $500 instead of setting up a GoFundMe. Maybe just put an extra tip jar out. I don't think it's that serious, and I don't think it's that serious.
Do you have
either end?
There's a whole one in here.
But these people really bull-faced and terrible.
Why? Y'all ghetto as hell.
Yeah, I disapprove.
And so are your friends. Because
Yeah.
why? Yes, Janet said the guests were asking for the business to hold and watch their belongings. She said, I would have held everything hostage until I got paid. Yeah. That's just so, you don't do that.
You don't do that.
Imagine us sitting in here in the middle of a broadcast and people come in and hold their wedding. Wow.
Excuse me?
What?
Who the hell are you?
Don't give nobody no ideas.
Don't try
It is a very beautiful place, though. If y'all want to, we only charge $500 to conduct your wedding in here. So
and listen, if you pay the fee, I'll be your flower girl. Anyhow, real talk. We all thought they were clear folk. Yes, we did until we saw the video.
We did.
I didn't think that.
I would have never imagined that we would be out there.
Oh, Jesus.
Doing the most.
That
makes
is
me
just
sad.
so awful. In the interest of time, do you want to just roll into the news of the day?
Into the news of the day.
I was trying to be Jamaican, but that didn't work.
That was very Trinidadian.
Let me give you guys an update real quick on the White Stadium.
Oh yes. What's going on with White Stadium?
There is a meeting taking place on virtual meeting Thursday, January 11th, next Thursday from 6 to 8. You guys can go on boston.gov, and then I also posted a link inside the comment section, but you go on boston.gov for more information on that. And the historical building on Mass Ave.
Yes. Go ahead.
That looks like it's going to be turned into condos.
Of course it is, Tristan. A freaking the hell course. I'm not sure why they wouldn't turn it into a hotel.
Right.
It was a hotel before. Turn it the frig back into a goddamn
hotel.
hotel.
That is the dilapidated Alexandra Hotel on the corner of Mass Ave and Washington
building.
Street.
It is. And I mean, it's not prime for hotelism, but if you ever went to New York, ain't nothing prime in New York, and they make do.
They make a hotel out of any building in New York.
I just hate it. I hate all of the apartment complexes that they are building to charge people. Just make it in a hotel. People go rent it all the day long, do a little nasty in it, and come out.
Yeah.
That's not, I don't like
the upper
it.
floors
why not make
have
it
been empty since 1970.
Yeah.
Since the hotel
You know
closed.
what they should do? They should make it. Why can't they? Because Airbnb it.
Yeah.
Just make it little.
Spark
Airbnb,
FM, you're live.
Short term.
Everywhere in New York is not hotels.
Yes,
They're
it
moving
is.
to shelters now.
Oh, damn.
Just want to let you know that.
Shelters.
They're no longer hotels, they're shelters.
That's true.
I mean, this is the thing that they're setting up all these high-rise luxury apartments just to house the homeless.
Yeah.
Because I think that they're not paying attention to what that's going to be caused
Wow,
for.
Yeah.
Look at this.
That's a
Stop
beautiful
talking about
hotel.
New York before I get upset.
I'm not going to stop talking about New York. New York is not good.
Amen.
New York.
Amen. Check this out. Look at that.
That is going to be beautiful when they build it
That
back
looks
up.
freaking huge.
It is.
It is. Well, it looks like.
Is that other part there?
No.
That big part is not there.
Yeah,
It's going to be in
to
there. So they're going to keep the frame of the building and they're just going to build
I wonder
that
what
in
they're
the
going to
middle.
put in this actual part. That's going to be interesting. I'm interested to see what they do to that. Those are some good updates.
That's a nice rendering.
But let's get into this. We will go down the entertainment really quickly. Vivica A. Fox is under fire right now because they're saying that she's not standing in solidarity with her black lady cohorts that are talking about less pay. So Vivica Fox, Tristan is going to put up the whatever. And I want you guys to tell me what you feel about her response before we get into it. Here we go.
Time to have the conversation that Taraji kind of continued off of Monique. You know, you're an actress. You've been out there. Is this the perfect time to kind of talk about that in the right platform?
You know, darling, to each his own. Do you know what I mean? I'm very happy, very blessed. And to each his own. I didn't have that experience, so, you know, but to get your piece out is important. I totally understand that. And I love my girls for looking out for each other. But I'm good.
I'm good. What do you guys feel about that?
I mean, Vivica Fox is notorious for being a little shady.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think she's just going along with her regular agenda. If that's not your experience, that's not your experience. I think that she just, she's
Vivica Fox.
Yeah.
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 And I do want to speak to that. Like a lot of experiences that, it sucks when you're a part of something and your experiences are not that something, right? Because she's also a black woman. She's also a black woman actor. She's probably getting what she's asking for.
Yeah.
And she's probably been on films that have been able to help her or have not given her a hard time about doing that. Maybe her expectations are also a little bit less than those other people. So I'm not really sure how to feel that way. Vivica Fox is a lifetime Hallmark Tuesday queen.
That's it.
She said, my bag is just, again, exactly. We're comparing, Taraji P. Henson that starred in The Color Purple with Vivica Fox who did.
She's like, you looking for a Chanel bag and I'm happy with this Coach.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at her. At the end of the day, she did say that she stands in solidarity with her sisters. So, she just respects where Taraji's coming from and they're not
And
on
as
the
she
same.
said, that's just not been my experience.
Yeah. Young Thug wears a shirt that says sex records in court, and maybe he should wear a suit.
Sex records?
Yes.
Did you say sex records?
Yes.
What do you mean by that? That's all it says?
Oh, that says he wore a shirt that says
sex records in the courthouse during his court. Oh, it's right there on the. Oh wow.
Maybe did nobody else have another shirt to bring him to wear to court?
Is that graphic design or is that what the shirt say?
Sex records.
That looks like somebody put that, like somebody photoshopped that on him.
Yeah, it does. It doesn't look like it says
what
that.
had happened was he got the wrong shirt. He got the wrong shirt. The wrong laundry. I don't know why he wore that shirt.
Oh, okay.
The rapper who's in the middle of a court criminal case
sex
right
records.
now. Yeah.
Thug.
Truly humble under God.
Yes.
Thug. Randomly told the rapper who's in the middle of a criminal trial right now randomly told his followers to call him by the S word years ago.
What's the S word?
Sex. And the shirt's, well, according to Noah, it's shit. And the shirt's full message read, sex records, truly humble under God. Indeed, he was wearing this right there in front of the judge and jury. Look, there's a little video to the side with him moving around with that on his shirt. His lawyer, Brian Steele, argued back in November that his rap name was an acronym for truly humble under God, and the young was an ode to Tupac Shakur. What?
Okay. I see what they did there.
Oh. The calm and collected YT's bold wardrobe choice didn't seem to alarm his legal counsel, and the retired police sergeant reporting on the trial had a difference in opinion, though. He said it was an eventful day in court for YSL, Young Thug's friend Trontavious.
Let's cut it off right there. I have a problem with ugly names.
Yeah.
Trontavious is one of those.
I don't believe in people naming their children
Trontavious. Or Paris.
Or
Parys.
Isn't there apostrophe in there?
It's apostrophe.
P-A apostrophe.
That's big in the court. So Young Thug's our friend Tick, he admitted to the gang being involved in criminal activity.
That's not good, Tristan.
No,
that's not good.
No.
I mean, define gang activity. Is gang activity riding along with each other? What is exactly gang?
Organizing and planning. I don't know.
And let's get into the actual news of the day, which everybody's really excited to talk about because, we haven't had too much drama so far. The dance hall girls are fighting. This is super sexy Jada Kingdom, who is currently dating Partisan Fontaine. Versus Stefflon Don, who is back with Burna Boy. Burna Boy happens to be the center of this beef.
Stefflon is back with Burna Boy
now.
now.
They're back together.
Wasn't Burna Boy dating someone else the other day?
Jada Kingdom.
The other day?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, he said that she has the best boom boom in Jamaica.
Oh, he did in his song.
He did.
Yes,
He did.
Yes.
So for harboring feelings because your man most likely had sex with a different woman who is in the same dance hall industry as you, here is the story. Stefflon Don and Jada Kingdom have engaged in a continuous back and forth as they both traded shots at each other through music. On Monday, January 8th, the British rapper and singer released a song titled Data Dat, in which she attacks an unnamed woman for sleeping with her man and even talking about assaulting her. Considering she used to date Burna Boy, who was accused of cheating on her and has also been romantically linked to Kingdom, many assume the song was about the Jamaican singer when it was previewed last week. The digmatized hitmaker herself took to social media once the teaser began making its round, and Jada said, "It's weird because it's behind a man. This N-word is for everybody." Ooh. Which Burna Boy at this point might be. Once the full version of the song went live, Kingdom herself shared a snippet of a song on her Instagram profile in which she addresses a little girl, considering the caption reads, "So you confirm you're trying to beef over a man? Okay, this is weak." The track is
go, girl.
The track is most likely a clapback at the Hurtin' Me artist, and check out the tracks below. So Tristan, you could play a little bit of them as I finish reading, and start with Stefflon's
He's
Dat to
playing
Dat.
Stefflon.
I know.
Heard you got a new Nice one, Tris. You got it. You got it.
You're playing Stefflon Don right now, new boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So even though Stefflon Don is upset about her past romance, Jada Kingdom seems to have moved on since her alleged fling with the Afrobeat superstar. To kickstart the new year, she and her boyfriend Partisan Jane, blah, 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 blah. So these have been going back and forth. Right now, everybody's kind of picking a side. Some people say that Jada came out with the heavier diss track, while other people are standing with Stefflon. That's not what I perceived. Mm-hmm. I watched and listened to both of them. Mm-hmm. I thought that Stefflon came out hard, and I think that I liked hers better. Yeah. I'm not so much a Jada fan with all the sing-song, sexy little baby talk and things like that. Exactly. So I really couldn't get a beef from that. Mm-hmm. But however, I do want to stop and say that I think that the reason for the beef is very stupid, because if you are with the man in which you're beefing and this other girl is with her own man, why are we starting a diss track to each other 8 days into the new year?
Yeah, I don't get it. Who started this and what is it?
It was Stefflon Don, who I think is the older of the two, and Stefflon needs to cut it out. Although I don't think that she got 8. I think that she held her own, but at the same time, I think the reason for the beef is absolutely stupid. Mm-hmm. That's my thoughts.
Yeah. You want to go to the music?
Let's go to the music. This is Stefflon.
You know in a dance hall, I run through a bag of man, one man in a make a top girl, never sell pussy yet, never fuck a man, fickle and panache.
Why she sounds like a guy?
Dirty girl with the left, tell twinkies they are this me, I say, one man to me, make it come in like a figure, 10 girl full of man.
All right, and let's go to the Jada Kingdom.
And this is the Jada Kingdom return.
When it comes to my money, me I go punctual. Stop playing on my face, me and a little girl. You will shut your feet $1 where you take my fuck.
Oh, they're rappers now.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. Stefflon Don's is hard. Mm-hmm. It's hard. Like,
it sounds like a diss track.
Like, pew, pew, like that. Cutesy. Pew.
The lyrics inside of it was also, I think that Jada did, she did come out and point to the fact that, like, she said she had some really good jabs in there.
Like what she's coming after me for with this foolishness now.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that was the line. If she had just said that line, I think that she would have killed the whole game.
Right. What happened?
Have a new one.
Stefflon Don says in the song something about you're a cokehead. Something always happens. Coke always makes things something. I don't know. So that's one of the lines that's in there.
And there was a lot of slinging of whose P word was more mashup too. So I think based on tune for tune.
Hold on.
This was the first Stefflon Don one, I believe. No, I think this is the same one.
This is a new one.
Okay.
We can't give a song, the enough for fuck it back, your artist.
Oh yes, this was the first one. This is Jada Kingdom.
This just came out today.
No, that was out already. That was the first one I listened to. This is the first one that she had.
Could make a waste boy trap me with no picnic that are you. Go go find your mama be cool fi jump through. Grow the fuck up and argue with your age group.
And you know what? Let's put a stop to it right now. Let me put a stop to some. You young girlies have to stop coming for us older girls. Because y'all gonna get old too one time, and y'all gonna still be doing the same thing that y'all was doing now, because this is the culture that you're in. I hear a lot of shots jabbed at, oh, you older bitch, blah, 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 blah,
3
blah.
hours ago.
No, it did not. It did not. I heard that first. I heard the new one today. That was the first one that I heard, so I'm not sure why that is saying that it came out just today. Yeah. That was the first one that I heard. But yeah, it is true. It's true though. Like you at this age in your life, I don't think that this should be the thing that we're fighting about, because we're both fine.
How old is Stefflon Don? Because that's another thing that I was thinking of. Like that, you're too old for this if you're the one that started this.
So Jada is 25.
She's 25. Yep.
And Stefflon is 32.
Oh.
You're both children. Yeah, you're both children. That's a bad picture. That's a mean. This is the diss track right here. This picture right here. That is the one, because I don't think Stefflon wanted that picture to be there.
Well, let me see the picture.
It's right here. Look on the thing. You know.
Latoya Baxter. I saw her under Stefflon Don post yesterday, putting up fire signs and all kind of stuff. We clearly know which side she's on.
And that's what it is. Like the Caribbean girls finally have something to really talk about, because it is one of those things where you can definitely pick a side. I don't think that anybody killed the other one. That's something that I do not think. I don't think that anybody killed the other one. So it's right now, it's just up to who you like as an artist, I think. I
just don't want them to do this.
I mean, it's good marketing.
Yeah.
It's good marketing. The whole world is paying attention to Jada and Stefflon right now. And, besides this, I mean, it's still over man issues and things like that.
Jada Kingdom did a live the other day talking about how she...
Y'all dance hall girls, the last girls I need to be getting involved in stuff like this.
So she did a live and she was like, I don't understand why people are so worried about who I've had sex with. I'm 25 years old and she hasn't been with more men than her age.
Oh yeah,
She's only been with
like 10
guys
men
and da-da-da-da. And it was like, why are you addressing this? Why are you addressing that? That's how I feel about the whole thing. Like, if it was either one of them, like, why are you responding to this? Jada, you're with Party now. Who's not saying that Burna Boy isn't, because he's a whore.
He's the long face, but he is still sexy looking. No, but
I
think
it's more surface.
I feel like they're both. I don't know. I'm not gonna pick us. I
don't want them to do this.
I'm okay with it, but I don't want it to be over the reason why it's over.
Yeah.
It can't be over Burna Boy. And somebody on my status said something like, he kind of, if she was allowed to take the sample from that Byron Messiah song where he says that she has the best poom poom, then that already, there's little jabs that Jada could have done that could have dead the whole thing very, very early in the game. And she chose to do a whole diss track, which is going to be good, and it's going to get lots of views, and they're going to be very, very fine, and they're rich. So that's the story of the dancehall girls. I think some other ones tried to get into it too. There's this other one named IKEA or something like that. Or somebody else. Ooh, Bobby, you smell wonderful. But yes, let us know in the comments what you think about it. We'll post this clip later so you guys can continue to discuss it. But yes, Jada Kingdom, Stefflon Don, whose side are you on? Wah, wah, wah. That concludes our show for today.
Whose side are you on?
Stefflon Don.
Yeah.
Not because Stefflon Don started it. I just like Stefflon Don better as an artist.
I do too. Yeah. I think, I do too. And she's older.
I do have an unnatural crush on Jada Kingdom though, because I think she is she's particularly gorgeous.
Those pictures she put out yesterday, yeah.
Sexy to Ross.
But I think Stefflon Don is too, though.
Stefflon Don, she got a little squarish face, but I think that she is, that's my girl anyways.
Oh.
Like, I ride with her. I ride with Steph.
Oh, Jada is, Latoya said Jada is a peasant. Wow.
Well, when Toya pick a side, Toya
be on the side.
Toya be on the side.
I'm telling you.
I still don't know what y'all talking about.
Who?
I don't know. I don't know.
With that said, Bobby Steele Show is up next here on Spark FM Online.
You're not involved.
Keep it locked. We have more news.
INVOLVE.
Keep it locked to Spark FM. We got more news, entertainment, and music coming up throughout the day. Make sure you leave us a comment if you're listening throughout the day. Just kind of give us a little shout out on the Instagrams or the Facebook so we can retweet it and let people know that we out here large and in charge. We the only one y'all got.
Don't forget, y'all. Make sure you check out the Mayor Wu's State of the City, State of the City speech going down tonight at 7 p.m.
at the MGM Grand down at Fenway. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Spark FM Online. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
What is this, Doctor? This is the Spark of New England, Spark FM. Bringing the heat back to the airwaves. Turn us up. All right, let's take a look.
Did you get a call?